Okay, we're back. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're hoping that some of the changes to the Rogues Revenge. Some of the changes that we're hoping to do to OBS, we're hoping will fix whatever is happening here. But I'm pretty excited for it. Sorry, I'm not quite ready to show you guys some of the things that we're working on, though if you've been in our Discord, you've probably seen. So
Yeah.
But to bring back the point that I was getting at is that, yes, I think that we've gone a long way of making sure that people aren't able to get trained on by mobs and things like that and corruption baiting. But I do feel like if we do end up deciding, because again, the difference between a mount getting killed and a summon being killed is that the summon is inherently part of your skill set and is therefore a bigger effect on you. So if anything, I think my opinion now is that I would like to see that summons will flag you or corrupt you for PvP, but the mounts maybe not so much, because the mounts should only reflect whatever the person's flagging is. So if you're not flagged, I should not be able to accidentally kill your mount. I need to maybe I don't know if you should be able to accidentally kill somebody's mount. Again, with the whole corrupting thing of trying to put the mount in the middle of people fighting so that their AoEs kill it, like, I think that's just really ridiculous. But if somebody does flag, then yes, your mount is fair game. Mount kill, no red. Summon pet, yes, red. That's my opinion. Yeah.
The tricky part about that, though, Noob, is that there's going to end up being PvP mounts that can actually take part in combat and have some combat skills and whatnot. So at that point, it is a strategic kill. So at that point, still same opinion, mount kill, no red, but that's a strategic choice somebody made. They went out and paid a lot of money to an animal husbandress to get a PvP mount that's been highly tuned and like competitively set up to do CCs or damage or whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as that mount is the same carrot status. Yeah.
I think as long as it reflects, the status of the player, right? I think it's okay, right? If the player is purple, then the mount's purple.
The mount should be purple. Yeah.
Yeah. I think as long as it reflects, I think that should alleviate some of it.
Yeah, I think so. But that's kind of like the last topic I had. Outside of that, I have some pretty exciting stuff, but I kind of want to wait till Tuesday when we don't have a guest, because Vertec and I have been working on a lot of stuff, and there are some other cool things that we will be taking part of this year in terms of projects that we're going to be working on. But I'd rather keep that for a tavern talk so I can keep the focus on Ashes right now and the guest. But one other thing I wanted to share out is if you have been fishing, if you have any thoughts on sports fishing, there is currently a dev discussion on that specific topic. They want to know, while I wait to verify if I'm a human, which I am. Oh man, they're not making this easy. Okay. They just want to know, I guess, your thoughts on sport fishing. And do you like it? Do you not like it? Things like that. I was trying to pull this up, but it's forcing me to log in just to look at it. So unfortunately, I can't give you a synopsis at this point. Yeah. Okay. No, I don't want to do that just to look at that. But yeah, I just like losing my lure. Okay. Let me craft them. Yeah. And I mean, this kind of goes back to the loop of like, let the artisan system shine the way that the artisan system should shine. Let us be able to make poisons for rogues. Let us be able to make lures for the sport fishing. You know, let I mean, I think you kind of already as a cook Vertec make chum, but let there be more things. I think leaning a little bit into because in my opinion, this does kind of lean a little more into survival games where you do craft everything from the base up. But I think leaning a little bit more into those is not a bad idea in certain cases. I mean, obviously, it doesn't need to be a survival MMORPG, but the artisan system within a lot of the survival games are pretty intuitive and make a lot of sense. And they are very full circle, in my opinion. And I'm not really one to always play survival games. I kind of have been enjoying like Voyages of Nira, which is more of like a cozy survival game, but it has that same aspect of like grass equals this, and then you use that to build up to bigger things later.
Yep. Then you end up using those things to make other stuff, and like things were always useful.
Yeah.
I think they can do something like that without making it overly complicated for like people like me who get easily overwhelmed when I see like all the things that I can do. But if it's like you said, a little bit more intuitive, like, hey, in this area you can get this sort of materials which you can do this sort of things, and then as you move biomes you craft different things, and maybe that can be reflected with the level mobs in the area, right? So like green is things from like level 1 to 10, and then over here 10 to 20, and then I mean, I think that would be a really good way of making people who usually don't engage in those systems, like me, want to be more interested in engaging. Because if I can, like you said, I can craft poisons, or I can do all those things and not take me forever to do it, and I don't need 20 ingredients to make one thing, I think that would be really awesome.
Yeah.
I mean,
Triple
honestly,
says like...
go ahead.
No, you.
I was just gonna say that they could absolutely revamp the system, because I know we've been kind of railing about it for the longest time, about make things a little bit more universally useful, just ongoing forever, to lower tiered items to make higher tiered gear, and it can absolutely be a thing for, like, let's say a something as simple as a mining pick, right? You have to get hundreds of logs, right? Hundreds of logs to make a mining pick. For serious? And like hundreds of ore to make the ore I could kind of see if you're doing super purified and super hardened and like super processed metal to make it super difficult and tough and hard to break and all that. But still, it's still kind of excessive. But if you included things like nails and such to actually secure the head onto the haft, and different polishing, like sanding and like sanding paper and polish and stuff like that you could make, it would add other things to the cost of the craft without making it just seem weird. Like, what was it at one point, like a couple of hundred boards to make a sandwich was one of the previous tiers. It was the previous
it's a very woody sandwich.
It was weird. Yeah, it was weird.
Wow, that is crazy.
Master Chef.
Just have things. Oh, hey, Master Chief, thank you. Just to you. I got nothing. Potion of fireball it is. But yeah, make it make a little bit more sense, while also involving a lot more of the tier 1, 2, 3 stuff in the tier 4 crafting, that type of thing.
A couple of comments. So McLeodu, sorry if I said it wrong, McLeod, says we should be able to bury player-made chests rather than running into a bank in town. Chests are free to be found, and that would be kind of fun. You could literally create like a X marks the spot treasure chest, like quest, maybe for a community event, where you're like, hey, you have to go here and you'll find a treasure chest here, or go there and find a treasure chest there. The only question I have is, will that level of persistency cause issues with the server workers, or is it something that would probably be even better with the dynamic server workers? It's one of those, I'm not quite sure. But yeah, right, scavenger hunt, treasure hunt would be fun. And then let's see, higher cost skill to make lures that you don't lose every cast, like have them have a set number of uses. I like that. And honestly, a lot of people are, we've had people that are like, hey, can we get Path of Exile level crafting? Which, if you think right now the Ashes of Creation crafting is intricate and intense, Path of Exile is way worse. It's way deeper. There's a lot of circles and trees and things that branch in every direction, and it's way more to it than what we currently have. And so I think it would be nice to have some options for, you're not the only one, Erwin. I think it'd be so nice to have some options for the person that wants to just get into it basically. Yes, it was you, but you're not the only one. I think it'd be nice to have options for somebody who wants to basically get into it, but not like deep dive, and then have those deeper options for the people that do. So you have like, if you want all of the base things, all of your skill points can be turned into every single one. Boom, you got everything that you want at a base level. Now, if you want to fine tune those, that's when you need to go deeper into each one, and then you'll be able to more deeply fine tune them, add extra procs for things, create shorter times for you to create processes, or better chances for you to proc extra materials when you harvest them, things like that. I would like to see a option for you to go as shallow or as deep into the system as possible. Now, the only other issue that I would add is one thing that I've noticed is, at least on the novice level or some of the other things, the caches that you get, the XP scrolls that you get from those caches are often better than what you can craft. So if I could see those flip-flopped, that would be cool, because you kind of ignore novice, sometimes even apprentice scrolls for the longest time, unless they're a rarity above, because the XP scrolls that you get are so high in terms of like the amount of XP that you're getting from it, that it doesn't make it manageable or meaningful to go after like an actual scribe scroll.
Remember hearing my heart break when I was finally able to start using like milk and beef and chickens and all that, and I was like, well, I guess I gotta travel all the way from the anvils all the way down to Miraleth just to get some stuff. I walk in the cookhouse and I see some of the foods that I was trying to get ready to start mass manufacturing just on the vendor.
Yep. I know.
I was just finally able to start making those things, and it was just on the vendor. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
And it was for cheaper than you could actually make it as a player.
Okay, that's totally wrong. That needs to be, that's
using like vendor cost and processing fees. It was cheaper than you could make it as a character, as a player too.
Yeah, like not even the rarity or whatever other stuff's being involved, but yeah, just the cost of processing and things like that alone. It's unfortunate, but I think they will get there. I think they will polish a lot of this stuff up as we get going, but all in all, I think we're going in the right direction. I think that we are making good progress. I think that they're still trying to figure things out, and I think I'm really excited for the PTR. So.
Yeah, I mean, they are still doing a lot of the balance stuff. They're still tweaking things. It's totally not in a complete state. They're working on the econ stuff, all of it right now, including all the artisan stuff. It's just every once in a while you just got to get those statements out into the air to just be like, hey, this is still bothering people.
This is how I'm feeling. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you still just got to put them out into the world. So it's like, yeah, this is still a big issue that's legitimately impacting people.
Yeah, bring awareness to it. Absolutely.
Yeah, just a reminder every once in a while. A little bit of a nudge, like, hey, yeah, this thing's still an issue. It's still there.
Yeah. Well, if I had to nudge anything, I would say, hey, Intrepid, the buildings and the anvils are still broken, and I still can't make a cookhouse, and I still can't make a crafting, a crate packing station, a construction building. I can't make those because you need something that's not in the game. So
just need the tummy rot and the belly bubble, or whatever they were called. I say it differently every time just because the names are so silly. So, and I can't remember exactly what it's called, and so I just have to make up something new every time because they're such silly names. They are.
Yeah. And Erwin's like, yeah, they stiffed us on beer, which is the thing that we needed to craft for both of those things. You need to make beer and wine for like the crafting house, the construction house, and the cookhouse and things like that. So yeah, the lack of construction buildings ruined the entire plan for the anvils, and it made the anvils be really far behind that. And there's a variety of other bugs. Like there should not be 4 towns in the anvils, or the Riverlands. I mean, in Shoal. Shoal has 4 towns in the Riverlands, and that's not the intention. So
yeah, they're pretty big right now. I think I went to Miralith, and it was like a city and then a city within a city, and I was like, wow,
what's going on?
Yeah, like gates and buildings everywhere. So I can't imagine, like, so what's it like in the anvils like right now? Do you guys have like a city like that, or is
we have one town, which is a big city like that. Okay. And then we have a like 3 villages, and I think you're only supposed to have 2, maybe. But essentially because the what do you call that? The vassal system broke, so it still allowed them to level even though they were vassaled. They shouldn't have. They left them leveled, which is why there are 4 towns in the Riverlands and 3 villages in the Anvils, and way more than you're supposed to have.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure both, at least Shoal and Resna that I've heard, are both broken servers at the moment in terms of expectations versus reality. But I wonder if they're leaving them there because if we do get the deconstruction or the destruction stuff from doing a settlement siege, that'll just fix it anyway, because once you siege it down, it goes back to wilderness state and it has to build back up again. So
oh boy, that's gonna be very that's gonna be crazy.
Yep.
I don't even know how players are gonna react to that. Like, imagine you just log off and you log back in and it's like,
yep,
like
your settlement's gone.
Yep. Speaking of nuclear option there, Erwin, like, how about until they get the system put in there, like built in properly, if you win a node siege, you get an item called TNT. you can activate that while outside of town, and there's literally just like a super cheesy, easy copy, cut and paste, whatever, like store-bought asset of just a nuclear explosion, and the town just disappears.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Just do that for right now.
We don't need anything complex. We don't need any super crazy destruction engine. Just do a little TNT and then bye.
Yeah. Yep,
bye. Yep. Don't do that to me, Vertec. Throw me with a good time. Oh my gosh, the towns look too clean for me. I like the village look better so far. I mean, I feel like the towns look like they actually will hold up against a siege. So I'm feeling pretty good with towns, but I would like to see what the racials look like within these settlements and how that changes the looks of these things. I imagine something Renkaias is gonna look way more like rustic and hard thrown together compared to like an Empyrean's like high elf city that's like pristine, and how dare you put dirt on my roads, you know, things like that.
Yeah, no.
But man, I'm really excited.
Noobtastic says, players are going to freak out the first time a node gets destroyed and peeps lose their stuff. Absolutely. Between now and then, everyone's going to be hardcore and be like, you just got to suck it up and deal with it. You know, that's just the game. The first node, like tier 4, tier 5 node that gets nuked.
Yeah.
There's going to be so many people crying in the streets. It's going to be crazy. And I might be one of those people. So, I mean, I'm not even going to make fun of it ahead of time because it's going to be heartbreaking for some people. They're going to put in a lot of time and effort, you know, legitimately months of effort into something, and it's going to get burnt to the ground, and they're going to lose.
But this is like why you have to fight effort for your city. Yeah, exactly.
That's going to be wild. I will cry. I will. Yeah, that's going to be. I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming there's going to be like. I mean, there's going to be measures, right? Like the war. I think there's going to be certain things that need to happen before you go into war. Hopefully it's not like, hey, by the way, you got 10 minutes to prep. You're about to go to war. Like, you're getting siege. I mean, I don't know what's the intended design, right? So hopefully there's a little bit, you'll see people taking mules and just exiting kind of like in real life and throughout history.
Like, oh no, war is coming. Get out of here.
Yeah, you'll have to
I think it was supposed to be something like a day per tier. So like a tier 5 node would have like 5 days of warning. There's going to be, it was something like that. I forget exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's actually really cool because you got to think about it, right? So if the mayor of the city knows that there's a siege coming, he's going to have to take measures in order to prevent civilian casualties, right? And you're going to have a mass exodus of people like trying to use mules and try to get their stuff out in the event of war. So I think that's also going to give like a really cool gameplay element to it. So hopefully that sounds really cool. So
I'm excited. Well, I think we've had you on for like almost 2 hours. Plus, you were waiting with us, like in the thing while we were getting tech to be figured out. So I really appreciate all of the time you've given us tonight, and I really had a great time chatting. But if you had anything that you wanted everyone watching either now or in the future, for those that are doing replay crew, we appreciate you. What do you want them to kind of take away from having met you and your thoughts on Ashes right now?
Wow, that's a good question. What do I want everybody watching or in the future? Honestly, I guess, yeah, for real. One thing would be, hey, you're not alone. There's always communities out there for you to like join and feel welcome, right? Whether you're a casual, hardcore, a nerd, or a geek, or whatever it is, right? There's always a place for you, right? Don't ever feel that you're alone. The Golden Feather here, great community. I'm here as well. I'm always up to our chat. I definitely like meeting new people, talking. So hopefully this podcast and this shed some light into maybe some questions that you had about the game. Maybe you were on the fence, you didn't know if you wanted to try it or not, and then if this changes your mind, then know that you are welcome. The community treated me very well. I've only been in the community for 3 months now, so I'm sure that you're going to have a great experience, and definitely we would love to see you in Vera. So I also want to thank you guys, Chibi and Vertec, for giving me this opportunity. This has been super fun. I didn't even realize we've been here for like what, an hour and a half to 2 hours. I didn't realize, because I'm having fun. So for sure, thank you guys for working in the podcast, taking all the time. I know you guys have a lot of things going on, juggling. So
of course,
absolutely. And to everybody watching, thank you for everybody that tuned in and shared and chatted.
Yeah. And also, if you speak Spanish and you're looking for a Spanish content creator, that would be Fantasma.
Oh yeah, by the way, and if you guys are fully bilingual, so si alguien está buscando algún tipo de stream en español que hable de Ashes of Creation, aquí estoy yo, el Fantasma Pelú, y si cualquier persona quiere un canal completamente bilingüe, aquí estamos. Gracias a todos.
Nice. All right. Well, definitely thank you for hopping on. It's been fun. Like you said, time flies by when you're having fun, when you're in good company and just enjoying the time. You don't notice it disappear.
No.
Did you have any closing comments there, Chibi?
So I do. Vertec and I are, well, at least I'm level 25. I think Vertec's really close to 25, if not 25 already.
22 or 23, I forget. 22
or 23. And we are excited to keep testing, and while you may not see our content as gameplay all the time, you will at least hear us be able to talk about it. We are actively testing with Nexus, but we're also really excited to share some stuff coming up here in the future. For example, next month we might be doing a giveaway. I'm pretty excited. So keep your eyes and ears out. We'll give you more information. How do you say the Golden Feather Tavern in Espanol? I'm not sure.
That would be La Taberna de la Pluma Dorada.
Oh,
nice. Okay.
Yeah. That was way faster than I can say.
I know.
But yeah, I'm just saying, like, it's one of those things that we're really excited to be a part of Ashes. We're excited to test it, and there's some other non-Ashes things that I can't wait to share with you. Plus, yeah, like I said, in February we may or may not be doing a giveaway, so excited to share that. But I think we're gonna raid over to Droog Plays. So Vertec, while I get that prepped up, do you have anything that you want to let people, any mead or something that you want to like tell people about?
I mean, no, because we haven't started it yet, but I will be starting it here soon now that I'm back from work.
Yes.
We'll be getting it going.
Yes.
But yeah, it's good times. Thanks everybody for joining us on our first time back in the new year. Took a couple weeks off to do work stuff, to do some tidying up behind the scenes, straightening up the stock room.
We're not done yet.
Organizing the warehouse. Yeah, we're gonna be putting some new layers of paint on the front of the house. So, there's still stuff coming. It's taking us a little bit longer on a few things than we thought it was gonna be. Noobtastic.
Our motto, our ending phrases are so iconic that people are dreaming about it now.
Nice,
Pocket
Pockets.
says, Vertec, I had a dream, and in my dream, you said, your time is the greatest commodity you can give, came through.
Nice. I love it. I'm in your dreams. Mission completed. Mission completed.
Yes. If you guys haven't checked out Droog Plays yet, he plays Ashes of Creation amid other things, and he's pretty cool, and he's actively playing Ashes at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like he's trying to get Forsaken Emblems at, is this Steel Blue that he's at? Can't quite tell. But, yeah, join us in raiding over to
I had
him.
him picked up a little bit ago. Looks like Steel Bloom.
Yeah. But Vertic, it's fine.
Oh.
It looks like it's actually over by Highwayman Hills.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's Highwayman Hills.
Yeah.
For sure.
But
all right. Well, anywho, the raid is ticking down. So
yes.
Everybody, thank you so much for joining us. Had a great time. Look forward to being back a little bit more often now. We'll talk to you then. Thank you for spending your time here. It is your greatest commodity. As Pocket said. You get it once, you spend it once, it is gone. We hope it was worth your while. We hope it was worth the payment that you made. If not, yes. I apologize. We do not give refunds, and we probably wouldn't even if we could.
But we can give you a receipt.
Can indeed. Everybody, take care. Catch you around next time. Bye.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.